This one, here we go. This is the rock. This sucker, that won't come out. I don't know how big it is. I hit it quite a few times. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. How I'm gonna get that out. I'm probably gonna need to get an excavator to dig that out. Or maybe if I get teeth on the bucket, that'll I might be able to pull it out. But took the delivery of my Ritchie Bros auctions results, and basically this is what happened on the first can. Not supposed to be laying that way, right? So what happened is because my inexperience, and the trucker was pissing and whining about his temperature on his transmission, and it's uphill if he knew it was off-road, that's a county maintained road, right? So I don't know. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit uphill. Maybe if you had the right equipment, it wouldn't be such a problem. So basically he could only park here, and I had to unload here, and he parked a little bit on this side, so the thing was tilted this way, and I think he had a piece of wood sticking up on his deck, and I think it caught this rib here, and then it went sideways, and then after that he gave me poor instructions, and I should have got out of the truck and I should have looked at what was going on. But so now I have a one-time use container that is now laying on its side, which I'm going to have to rectify. Right. The second guy was extremely relaxed, professional, cool, and patient. He backed into this spot here. Now, there's a shipping paper that he lost, and there's two pieces of wood. Okay, yeah. And he backed it into here where it's nice and level, and we took our time, and I pulled the can off superbly. Right. The only drawback is that it's facing the other way. I would have liked to have the door handles here, but that's not a problem. I got plenty of room to move that around. So now I'm going to put the wheels on it. I'm going to turn it around and push it further back. This way he can come later on this evening, and we could do the second can with ease. So I'm kind of happy with what's going on, although I did make a major mistake. I bought half-inch chain, and the half-inch chain is too thick. Doesn't fit in the corners. So I only had one 5/16 chain, and another possible cause of why this flipped over is because the way I wrapped the chain on the bucket. It allowed the chain to slide up and down. Big no-no. I'll learn my lesson now, right? You need two chains. So I'm going to put the wheels on there and the axles, move it around, run into town, pick up some tranny fluid, because when I measured the tranny fluid, it was on an angle and it showed good, but when I got here on the flat ground, it was low. So that's what I'm going to do. Sorry for the wind, but you know, like I say, it's Mother Nature. I cannot control that. I'm extremely parched. Ran out of chapstick. My lips are all jacked up. But I'm having a good time. Hey, Ma, look, I'm having fun. All right. And I'm not committing any sins, I don't think. All right, let me get the tripod. This way you can watch me put the wheels on. Can't believe I did that in one shot like that. Dude, I'm so stoked. Do my stoke dance. I'm stoked. Woo! Yeah, unfortunately I didn't get the footage of the catastrophe, right? So, but anyway, so there's my one-time use container, right? And I christened it with a hole. Hopefully it didn't bend the door, right? And hopefully it didn't twist too much. Alright, well, so I guess this the scuff side goes on the inside. Sweet Jesus, am I excited that that flipped right over like that. That was spectacular. 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 Phenomenal. Woohoo! Alright, now I have to go take the wheels off of that one, put them on this one, and drag it back. It's only 100 degrees. So the second guy that dropped off the can and accommodated me and parked here where it was level, we had no problems, right? But apparently he didn't like the way I was pulling him off his truck, and he told me he was going to go pick up the third can, right? And I asked him how long you think it's going to take you. He said, oh, about 3 hours. So I went, moved that can in the back, went back down to the town, bought a new chain, and I'm waiting. So I drive back into the cell phone area, and the shipping company calls me, and the guy says, oh, you got both cans dropped off. I'm like, yeah, they're both dropped off. Where's the third one? The guy said he was going back to pick up the third one. Is he on his way? Right? All I got was an okay response on the text. So I called him. Guy didn't answer the phone. Went to voicemail. Anyway, within a minute or two, the guy called me back, and he explained to me that the guy didn't like the way I was taking the cans off the back of the flatbed. Now, granted, it's unconventional, but not necessarily unconventional, because if you look at YouTube, you'll see there's dozens of people removing containers that way with smaller pieces of equipment than the beast. So I wish the second guy would have told me, hey, I'm not doing it. Right? Okay. No problem. And the first guy, if he would have parked over there on the level, instead of giving me a song and dance about his transmission, right, and his truck, and he can't do it, and then we were on an angle, and he wasn't instructing me correctly, and I disclosed to him that this is the first time I'm pulling a can off the back of the truck, then we had what you saw. Fortunately, nothing else was damaged except for my beautiful one-time use Connex C-can shipping container dwelling to be. So now tomorrow he's got to get two different truckers that are going to show up and that are going to be like, oh, I'm not going to do that again, which I don't care. You only got to do it one time, and now I'm experienced. But the fact is, if you park on the level ground, there's not a problem. The can slides back, you get back far enough, you let it to the ground, it tilts up, you come in the front, and you lift the front up and you drive your truck out. No damage. Look at YouTube, there's dozens of them. Anyway, my lips are so chapped. I lost my chapstick yesterday, and I'm paying the price now. I went and I bought another chapstick. Now you can't buy one chapstick anymore. You gotta buy in a 3-pack, and then they gotta be scented and flavored. Can't you just make a regular chapstick? Why? That's the problem with this country. We got too many choices. You should be like peanut butter or jelly or steak. That's it. You want one or the other. Okay, chicken, maybe chicken. That's it. 3 items: peanut butter, jelly, chicken, and steak. There we have it. That's it. Boom. This way, when you go to the convenience store or the fast food store and you're standing in line, you only have 3 choices: peanut butter and jelly, chicken, and steak. That's it. Because people just stand there and they stare. And you know you can't read, right? And you know you can't read at a distance. So that's why they put numbers on them. And then you think you're at some fancy restaurant and you're asking for all sorts of extra sides, or remove the sides, or do this, or special that, special this. It's fast food. Take it the way it is, and don't hold up the line. Anyway. Like a monkey. Success. Okay. So as luck would have it, I picked up a splinter off one of those chains. So I got to hit the Bed No Breakfast ER kit. I got a pair of tweezers in there. Let's see if we could do some surgery and pull it out. I don't know. Can you see it? Look at that little sliver. Yeah, look at that. That was easy peasy when you got the right tools. Alright, now I gotta go find my gloves. I don't know what to do with my gloves. That's why I got the splinter. Alright, got my gloves. Not the ones I was looking for, but another pair I had in my toolbox. So, I got it up on stones, just high enough that a couple of rocks under the tire will hold it up, so I can take the bolt out without it cocking back and falling out, putting pressure on it. I'm getting my workout here. I don't know, I'm debating on if I should just leave that can where it is and maybe just push it over a little bit. This way it's straight. But then if I don't bolt the wheels to it, and somebody could pull up while I'm gone and procure themselves a new set of wheels. So I guess that plan of pushing it is out, because them wheels, the 2 tires cost me $545 a piece. I should say for both, not a piece. 200. They were $249, and they were 20% off, and the total was $540 something. On the high side of $540 something. Oh, that breeze feels good. I'm sure the microphone doesn't make it sound good, but that feels really good. Alright, I'm gonna go turn the beast around and go down and put those tires on. And then I'm gonna hit the shower, the shower. See, I'm definitely tired. We're gonna hit the shower, the steam room, the sauna, Nah, I don't like the sauna. And the hot tub. I might even celebrate the fact that I flipped that can over one shot with ease and no extracurricular damage. Might even buy myself a steak and a beer. Now that actually sounds good. See, that steak, simple. I'll have a steak and I'll have a beer. But then they go, oh, well, what flavor beer? Well, I don't know. Isn't there only one type of beer? Guinness? I was never a big Guinness drinker in my youth. Just couldn't get over the bitterness. But now, it's like mother's milk. Smooth. Alright. Let me stop tatting. Let me stop. Yeah, I'm tired, dude. I am tired. Might even be having a stroke, maybe. Now I remember my name. What's my name? I can't remember my name. I've been in the desert on a horse with no name. Ain't got nobody to give me no pain. La 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 la. All right, let me do this and get it over with.